Hello, I'm Kim Cantrell, still living in Sacramento. Over the last 20 years, I've lived many places, but I boomeranged back to Sacktown, and I've been living here for about 10 years. I work at a nonprofit. I'm a program manager there. I also work at Sacramento City College and as a group exercise instructor. So back in high school, I was pretty involved. I did a lot of different things, played some sports, but the main thing I did was student government, all 4 years. Can't believe it. So the class of 1993 had a lot of spirit. Our freshman year, we won the Spirit Box at one of the rallies, and prior to that, no one could remember a class that actually won a rally freshman year. But we didn't stop there. We won rallies our sophomore year, and then a lot in our junior and senior year. Ed and I were rally commissioner our junior year, and I remember, I think it was our last rally, working together. He dressed up as Santa Claus and I dressed up as an elf, and this was our December rally. And we had our activity for all the classes to participate in was to put someone inside of a trash can and give them a bunch of presents that they needed to throw inside of chimneys. And so, of course, it was our job to show how to do it as an example. So I climb into the trash can, and Ed starts pushing me around, and he starts pushing me faster and faster. And I'm not paying attention. I'm like throwing the presents into the chimney. They're going everywhere. And the next thing I know, we turn a corner, and I'm going so fast, and Ed lets go, and I can't stay upright. So I tip, and I'm going so fast, I just go out, just spread eagle, like on the flat on my stomach in front of the school. The other time that I remember being injured in front of many people at school was during Ram Olympics, which we later dubbed Ram-A-Lam Olympics. And I think it was our sophomore year, and our class, again, because we had so much spirit, we had a lot of people on our Ram Olympics team, and I was the human baton. So what that meant was that I got a piggyback ride from 2 or 3, I think it was 3 or 4 different guys, and they weren't allowed to put me down. I had to go from one person's back to another person's back. So I can't remember who it was, but someone tripped as they were running, because we were in the lead, and it was really important that we win, right? So they trip, and I fell over them and slammed my chin open, blood everywhere. But we were so in the moment, because our class had so much spirit, that I climbed back up, we continued running, and then I transferred on to, I think it was Randy Van Dusen's back. I do remember just bleeding all over Randy, which was unfortunate, but I think we still came in second. Okay, so my sophomore year, I was assigned to Mr. Bauer's homeroom class, and it was a lot of fun because you never knew what kind of stories that guy was going to come up with. And not only did I have him for homeroom, I also had him for health and driver's ed, which were the only classes that he taught that I know of. His classroom was way outside on the edge of campus, right by the pit, so you had to walk through the parking lot to get there. And when you got there, you never knew what he was going to come up with. He told us all kinds of stories about just random ways to make money, how he would work with some friends to make moonshine, how we were going to get in car accidents. He would always talk about his wife, his dear wife, Happy Poopage. And when he would tell us that, we got a little bit confused because his last name was Bauer, but yet her name was Happy Poopage. And so we didn't believe him for a very, very long time, because I think I had him for homeroom for a couple of years. So anyway, a couple years go by, and then my friend Vanessa Hartstrom was his TA, and she came back and said, I saw her ID. Her name really is Happy Poopage. But he came up with some amazing stories about how he would buy alcohol that was banned. He would buy moonshine, or that he bought weed, or that he was out dancing and doing the jig one weekend, and he would see another teacher that was making out with a different teacher. So he tried to start a lot of rumors in our homeroom class, and I have to say it worked. The rumors would get circulated, and we would believe that different teachers were seeing each other.